You can't do it. Harry got shouted by Sandhurst Instructor for his useless, just a blatant PR stunt. Prince Harry told a former Sandhurst Instructor she used to shout at him so much on a cheerful video call ahead of the Invictus Games. The royal joined a surprise Zoom chat with competitors before the contest takes place in the Netherlands later this month. One of those on the call was former Physical Training Corps instructor Vic Wales, who was on staff when Harry was a cadet. He asked, "Is my PTI from Sandhurst in here somewhere?" After spotting her, he said, "There she is. I can't believe after, how many years? 15 years? Our paths are about to cross again. You used to shout at me so much." The athlete joked that the Duke of Sussex needed the stern words, and he replied, "I needed it. Yeah, cool. That's fair enough." British journalist Peter Wilby once claimed Harry's "It's just a blatant PR stunt." He said, "Kings and princes used to go into battle at the head of their soldiers, standards flying. Nobody thought it right to hide Henry V or Richard III while they were doing battle with the enemy. But the modern military wants the symbolic benefits of royal leadership without undue risk to the royal personage." In the case of Prince Harry, the Ministry of Defence had its cake and was allowed by the media to eat it as well. "One of our boys," proclaimed the Sun front page. "Our army of readers salutes you, Harry," added a souvenir poster across the center spread. He had killed up to 30 of the enemy and showed enormous courage. He came under enemy rocket, mortar and machine gun fire almost every day. "Harry and the Gurkhas give the Taliban a pasting," announced the Express. "He was fighting the fanatics," advised the Mail. The whole thing was a PR stunt, from beginning to end, a more extended version of the politicians' visits which the media also keep quiet about in advance. But the media's self-denying ordinances for politicians last only a day or two. In Harry's case, the public was kept in the dark for more than 2 months. Authority has a natural propensity to secrecy, and newspapers should be wary of colluding to keep information from their readers. The system feeds the opinion that the press is in cahoots with powerful interests to suppress the truth about such matters as crop circles, flying saucers, 9/11 and the death of Diana. In theory, it benefits newspapers because editors can establish what they can safely publish without running the expensive and dangerous risks of court injunctions and prosecutions under official secrets legislation. In reality, however, it has often been used merely to keep embarrassing subjects, such as the extent of telephone tapping by the intelligence services, out of the media. I can see why editors agreed to the Prince Harry deal. I might have done so myself. If they hadn't, Harry wouldn't have gone to Afghanistan and the only story would have been the media's callous refusal to give the young man a break. But please spare us praise for the editors' responsible behavior and public spirit. They did what they thought best for their news operations, sales and brand images. It is preposterous to pretend Prince Harry can be an ordinary soldier. He is a pawn in a PR game. The army was free to keep him out of the front line if it judged the risks to him and his fellow soldiers unacceptable. It preferred to continue reaping the brand benefits of a royal on active service. He gives the army a glamour it might otherwise lack, and he boosts the morale of serving soldiers. For precisely the same reasons that the Taliban or other terrorists would want to capture or kill him, the mob wanted Harry in Afghanistan and it wanted the story written up in detail. He was a trophy for the modders. If things had gone wrong, he would have been for the Taliban. The mod succeeded brilliantly. For once, a Whitehall department showed it can do something well. But newspapers and broadcasters should stop patting themselves on the back.